Hello you guys, and welcome to Abundantly Minimal. My name is Sarah, and today I'm so excited to be once again joined by Kristen Marie, and we are doing a video series where we are talking about expensive things that we believe are worth it to pay for. And so Kristen covered some excellent ideas on her channel that I will link in the description field below, as well as at the end of this video. And this video I'm going to be talking about expensive things that I believe are worth buying and paying for, despite being a minimalist who's trying to save money. I think there definitely are really important cases where we do splurge on certain things that benefit us. So I'm going to be talking about those today. And I think just to jump right into it, for me, the most helpful thing that it is an expensive investment, was buying a high-speed blender. I know personally I use my blender several times every day, and it is something that the quality of it, I can just not believe how good it is.
What kind is it?
I do have a Vitamix, but
okay.
I think there's a lot of really good high-speed options. And for me, I've noticed there's such a huge quality difference in terms of the way that it blends materials, just the consistency you get. And I was the person for several years just bought like the cheap blender, and it would last for a year.
Yep, same.
And it also, the smoothies were good enough, but it wasn't that perfectly smooth texture that I love. Like, the high-speed blender is so good that, like, for a berry smoothie, it can blend up all the seeds, and like there's no seeds in it. Like, it is good, and it just really encourages me to eat healthy. And like I said, I use it all the time. 7-year or 9-year warranties on these products.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so for me, like, the high-speed blender has been a life changer, and probably my favorite cooking gadget for sure. Next up, kind of also related to food and health, are different health supplements. Jake does really enjoy like a greens powder, just because it's really tough, even like on a fairly healthy vegan diet, it's really tough still to get those greens. Like, I mean, yes, you can have salads and whatnot, but sometimes we don't have the time for that, or it's more expensive to do that. So we do enjoy like different greens powders, and then I also like, there's a protein powder, Vega 1 is the brand, and it's kind of it's like your multivitamin. It's got your probiotics, it's got the protein powder, it's got greens powder built in. And so I like to use, like, I don't use a full serving, but I like to use about half a serving each day, either in my oatmeal to make it more filling.
I use protein powder in my own. I didn't know anybody else did that.
Yes.
And it is vegan, it's like vanilla protein powder. I put it in either the milk or the water while it's heating. I like whisk it in with cinnamon.
Awesome. It's
I didn't know anyone else did this.
Let us know in the comments below if we're the only two people, or if there's anyone else.
I really didn't know who did. I actually didn't know she was vegan until right now.
Really?
No!
Well, surprise!
I'm learning right now. That's all I have in my fridge right now is almond milk. I'm not even joking.
Hey, I mean, it's good stuff.
And I use my blender to trick Christopher into thinking he's drinking like a milkshake, when it's really chocolate protein powder, spinach, and almond milk with a banana.
Nice.
Don't tell him.
That's a good combo that you got there.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. So I mean, and also like the sweetness can be nice add in for oatmeal and things. So yeah, it's really versatile. And then I know that it's kind of like a catch-all for a lot of nutrition, just because life gets busy and it's sometimes tough to make sure you're getting all the different nutrients that you need. Sort of related to health, I think investing in high quality sleeping essentials is so important.
Yes.
Good mattress, good bedding, like good sheets, those kind of things will have huge benefits on your overall well-being. If you don't have an ideal sleeping situation and it really sacrifices the quality of your sleep, you're going to feel that at work, in your day, just your overall mood, I feel like.
I feel like Sarah and I both have performing arts jobs. She is a teacher, which is very much a performing art. Oh, I mean, every single day.
I'm up there every day.
You are up there and you are being watched by so many people. And then me and my fiance are actors, so sleep and rest, that's so important in that work-life balance.
Absolutely.
Like, I feel like you wouldn't be as, well, I'm going to say responsive and nice, but I feel like you would be a different teacher with less sleep on a consistent basis.
Yeah. Many times I don't actually sleep enough, but I want to make sure the sleep I do get is very high quality.
Yes.
Because I'd rather have less sleep at a higher quality than more sleep at low quality.
Yes.
So, especially, I like to do the math on this. When you think about, your 8 hours of sleep, that's 1/3 of your day, 1/3 of your month, 1/3 of your life, really, is spent sleeping. So why not make that like the best possible?
Exactly. Do you do anything else? Do you invest in a good mattress? Do you do like sound machines, curtains? What do you do to make sure that you get that sleep?
I do use a sleep mask. That's not really an expensive thing, but the sleep mask helps me just, block out any extra light. We have a fan going in the background while we sleep. We have a humidifier. So those things all are very helpful in kind of setting the stage. In the humidifier, it's also an essential oil diffuser. So we'll do things like lavender or eucalyptus while we're sleeping, which is really nice. So
it's really good for your voice too. Did you know?
Ooh, I did not know.
In my master's degree, they had us all get humidifiers. Because apparently while you sleep and rest, that's when your body's not hydrating.
That's true.
It helps while you're breathing it in. It helps keep your vocal cords hydrated.
Good to know.
A little bit of insight today.
Yes, absolutely. Next up, I think healthy convenience foods are really important. Obviously, there's a huge range of different convenience foods that are available. And so for me, if there are certain specific foods I could buy that will save me prep time, for example, I think cauliflower rice is a really cool food, but I don't want to make it myself. So if you buy pre-made cauliflower rice, whether it's frozen or in the refrigerated section, that's so easy and a great way to eat healthy. Whether it's like, sometimes I get frozen butternut squash cubes.
I've heard those are good.
Yeah, because I don't want to take a whole butternut squash and cut it up. Like, it's too much sometimes. And if there are ways that I can spend a little bit more money, but to save time and help me eat healthier, I'm going to be much more likely to do it.
I'm like that with salads. If
Me
I'm
too,
busy, pre-made salads and have all the walnuts and cheese, everything that I want in the bowl, and you just put the dressing on, it's the best.
It's so easy. I mean, the pre-washed salad greens, yes, it's a little bit more expensive, but it does encourage me to eat healthier that way.
Yeah, I mean, your comfort, it's worth it.
Oh, absolutely. And then lastly, I think one thing that is definitely more on the expensive side, although there are hacks to save money on it, is travel. I am obsessed with travel, genuinely obsessed. I think that there is so much that can be gained from travel. Obviously, there's so many different travel styles and people travel for different reasons. I think for me, I kind of nerd out and feel like I'm sort of an explorer and love to just discover all these new things. I love to soak up the culture of a place, the history of a place, try out a bunch of the new foods. So for me, it's kind of like just this best way of living life.
She's actually traveling while we're filming this, because she's here in Columbus, Ohio, which is where I live. So she has actually traveled here to my city, and I know you were here for family, but did you get to take anything in while you were here?
I mean, it's just the whole experience of exploring new things, trying out some different restaurants. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
So I genuinely like traveling is my favorite, really.
Me too. Big fan.
Yes. So those are 5 expensive things that I do think it's worth it to buy for me. Of course, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below if there are certain things that are worth it to you. I know this video is kind of like a fun twist to those things I stopped buying videos.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of the opposite. And even though a minimalist lifestyle is often about getting rid of things or saving money, there's definitely different places where it is still important to consume. I'm not saying we have to get rid of all consumption altogether, but finding what those things are that add the most value to you.
It's about quality of life. It's not the least amount you can live on, it's what you need to have a good quality of life.
Absolutely. Could not agree more. So it's been so much fun filming these videos together.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys have enjoyed this. And I'll link Kristen's video below for the top 5 expensive things that she thinks it's worth it to buy. And we have just had a great time filming these videos together. So I hope it has been value to you. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.
And today we're gonna. I'm like. I know personally I am in love with my blender, and actually that sounds a little.
I loved it. No, I hope you keep that. That was perfect.